Wait a second. You didn't think I was going to give you the playthrough right away, did you? Come on, you know better. What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And you guessed it, today we are doing how to sound like none other than, I'm talking about Thornhill, baby. So today I'm going to show you how to get that Thornhill sound with none other than GGD's Invasion and STL AmpHub. With these two things combined, we're gonna get that nasty Thornhill sound. Yo, but before we get into the video, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. And if you like and learn something from this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you really learn something from this video and you wanna see the full uncut, raw, unedited version, then make sure you check out my YouTube monthly membership where I post tons of behind the scenes videos, mix chains, mastering chains, guitar settings, and these full how-to videos are uncut so you can watch literally every single detail. And they're all backlogged. So as soon as you join the membership, you get access to like 200 hours worth of these videos and all my past live streams that are only available for members. Not to mention I do tons of giveaways. I've given away guitars, studio monitors, and speaking of which, my next giveaway is going to be on October 18th. And all you got to do is just join that member section, and first place prize is going to win this brand new Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone. Yo, and there's not just one prize. Second place, you're going to get a $100 Sweetwater gift card. And you could purchase anything you want with that gift card. And third place is going to get 5 free Drum Now mini packs. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today. All right, boys, let's get into that playthrough, and then make sure you stick around for the tutorial where I show you how I do this from beginning to end. I'll see you in the member section. So we're doing double drop octave D on the ESP baritone telly. And you already know for our playback, we're going with AmpHub. I find that when you have a really good playback, you just come up with better ideas. And I've totally been into the STL stuff lately, so check this out. So I'm gonna start programming the beat here. You know we gotta do something on the hi-hats, that's kind of the Thornhill thing. So we'll go like this. So check this out, I have something programmed, and at the end of it, I close the hi-hat to kind of make a cool tail that we could do something funky on. Check this out. And before you even ask, I'm just going to show you, I'm using GGD's Invasion for this. So I'm going to loop these drums and I'm going to jam like a Thornhill type riff, see if I can come up with anything cool. All right, so I'm going to do some like palm mutes. Right where that drum beat goes to the closed hi-hat on the end of that tail. Check this out. So the way that I really get these riffs down, I just record a dummy riff like this and then just continue to build off that riff. And then that turns out to be something like this right here. Check this out. So I decided to do something like this on the tail. Just that high octave on that third string down, like Loathe vibes, Thornhill vibes. Let's program bass to this thing. So you already know we're using Gen Bass 2, and I love how easy they make this. You go up here, and you click the tuning right here, which we're in double drop D. Bang. And we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna program that bass. And we're gonna use the higher octave on this instead of the lower octave, because that's what Thornhill would do. So check this out. We got the bass all programmed. Let's listen to what it sounds like. So my guitar tone here can use a little bit of love on the mids. Turn that treble up too right there. So next we need like some trap hi-hats. So we're gonna open up Splice. Yeah, we're gonna drag those in right here. And that's gonna sound something like this. And next we need to make an intro. So we're gonna take this main riff right here and put it on this radio track. And we're just gonna do it one time around. So to be like, yeah. But we'll do like a little Thornhill type beat with it. But let's use this one, the ending one. Yeah. So I'm going to bring these impacts right here, and it's going to sound something like this. Next, we need like some sort of cool lead to go on this. Yeah, super nu metal. Let's try this. Yes, let's track it. Sweet, so we got that all tracked, and it's going to sound something like this. So I glitched it out during the closed hi-hat parts. It's going to sound like this. Check it. Sick. Next, let's add that to like the intro, but let's make it like a little funkier. So we can start it out like. Let's put like a little trap beat under that intro in addition to those hi-hats there. Let's look for like a. Yeah, that's perfect. Sick. So we got this trap beat here for the intro. Do it one time by itself, and then this will come in. I want to add some feedback there. Let's do this. Sick. And that would sound something like this. Just like as a little riser to like organically build it in. Let's build verse 1, shall we? Let's go closed hi-hats on the verse. So we can just copy the beat, really. And then I'll just bring these hi-hats down. Drums are programmed. Let's check this out. Yeah, super Limp Bizkit, and then I'm just gonna open it up with the opens. Yeah, let's track something. All right, boys, we got that recorded. Let's check it out. Let's program that bass. All right, we got that bass program. It's going to sound something like this. Next, I'm thinking like a super heavy pre-chorus like this. Just something nasty and open and pissed. All right, boys, those drums are done. So I'm going to put those impacts right over here so it hits a little bit harder. And I'm thinking something like this. I'll record a demo and I'll show you there will be some sort of lo-fi piece right there. Like this. And then in between there, we can add something like that. Let me record the actual riff and I'll show you what I mean. So that riff is recorded and edited, and it sounds like this.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, then make sure you join my monthly membership section here on YouTube, where you can watch all of this stuff completely unedited all the way through, like 5 and 6 hours worth of footage per live stream. But all of these how-to videos are backlogged, so once you become a member, you can go through that catalog and watch all of this stuff. Hundreds of hours worth of knowledge. When you're a member, hit me up. I'll make you a personal video and I post it in the members section so everybody can see it. Mixing or mastering or drum settings, guitar tone techniques. Not to mention, I do member giveaways. And if you like the way this session sounds, be sure to hit up DustyBowls.com, where I have courses on how to mix and master. I also have courses on how to mix drums, drum presets. You can actually get this session that you're listening to. It's pre-mixed. All you got to do is load it in. You're good to go. And if you don't use Cubase, there's a video that shows you how all the routing and plugins are set. It's literally a no-brainer. Back to the video. Thank you.
Let's program bass to that. Bass is done. Now let's track that lo-fi part. Sick. So we're going to take those trap hi-hats and put them right here. Yeah, dude, this is sick. Now we just need like some background, like ambience, some just like texture stuff, you know what I mean, to fill out the mix. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, boys, we're making progress. We got that printed. It's going to sound like this. I can't remember. One of the Thornhill songs, they do like a really sick triplet into the chorus. It's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I think we're going to do that. Let's switch this to triplets. Here we go, boys. Something like this. Yes, and then the typical like Thornhill way of doing things, which is so sick, we're gonna go to like the 8 and the 7 here. Some sort of course like that. So let's program those drums. Not a lot of kick drums. Bring down that velocity. We're gonna do the pedal on the hi-hat, but we're gonna make it a little off time with everything, so it sounds real. Yeah, there we go. Sick, we got the drums programmed. Let's try something over it. Just something nasty and gross, straight up. So let's open our new metal lead tone here with AmpHub. You know, the thing is, even if that melody sucks, which that one really wasn't that good, we're just going to reverb the balls out of it and add like a cool tape echo on it. Let's track the chorus now. All right, boys, the chorus is tracked, so we're going to check it out. I think it would be a good idea as well to bring this piece back, because we're going to go back into that main riff. If we take this and put it right here, this is the piece in the song that kind of signifies, hey, this is like the hook. And that's why we do it in the intro as well. So that way this piece gets stuck in your head constantly. So imagine this is like a single. That's the approach that you would want to take. You would want this piece to have like a vocal hook on it. So like vocal hook, vocal hook. And you could even like lo-fi it, right? And then it would be the same thing here on the chorus. At the very end of the chorus, it would be like vocal hook. Back to the first riff. So that vocal hook, whatever that is getting stuck in your head constantly. You want to drive that home. All right, boys, so the bass is programmed. Let's check it out in full context. Yeah, now we just need to track our lead. So we're going to print the lead first. So now that we have our lead printed, I'm processing it with this tape echo. This is T-Rack's tape echo. I love this delay. And it's going to give it just like a nasty, like analog sound. See, listen. So we add that into the chorus and it's going to sound something like this. Look, with Thornhill's music, they're not doing a ton of like things that are standing out in front of the mix. It's mostly like buried ambience with like nu metal textures, which brings me to another point. When doing a band like this and you don't want to overdo the production, what's the next thing you could do to elevate the course? A synth bass, obviously, like some sort of sine bass to give it some sub underneath the real bass. So the best and easiest way to do this is to take the bass right here and copy it up here. And then I recommend you find your favorite bass plugin. In this case, I'm going to use Arcade. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to shift all of this up 2 octaves. Actually, let's take it back down 1 octave. Yeah, so let's print that, and that's going to give it the sub that we need to elevate it without adding too much airy post-production. 6, so now that we have that printed, it's going to sound like this. Yeah, we don't want that up like super hot in the mix, just like enough to give it some balls and some thickness. So now we're going to copy and paste our first riff back here that it's going to go into. It's going to sound something like this. So next in this process is really just like the detailing out process. So I have basically everything. I have a main riff, a verse, a pre-chorus, and a hook back into the main riff. Next comes just adding the glue in the post-production to bring it to life and make it more professional, if you will.